So just after 2:15 this afternoon, a traffic officer working radar out in this area saw this vehicle behind me driving at a high rate of speed eastbound on Foster Road. The officer pulled out to initiate a traffic stop and quickly lost sight of the vehicle. Continuing eastbound, the officer was able to come up here and find the car completely demolished, as you see here, and saw a guy get out of the car and take off running into the woods to the north. Called out that information. Other cars came into the area and began setting up a neighborhood perimeter. As you can see, it's pretty tough to set a perimeter out here. It's very rural, lots of farmland. K-9 officers responded as well to assist in a track, and about 15 minutes after the initial crash, we got a call from some residents on Martin saying a guy had come to their door bloodied and beaten up and muddy. Shortly after that, our officers went and got containment on that house and were attempting to make contact with the residents. We didn't know if this person lived there or knew people at the house. We learned that the person did not live there, does not know the people at the house, or at least that's our initial information. And sometime, as officers were setting a perimeter around the house, heard shots fired. Initially heard a shot that was a little muffled. Another shot was heard, and officers noted that the shot was near them, or the bullet went by them as they were outside the residence. Based on that, we activated our CERT team immediately and hostage negotiators. What we do know now is that all the residents of the house are out of the house, safe. There were some injuries sustained by folks in the house. I don't have the details yet on what those injuries were. The person we believe was the driver of this car is in that house. We believe alone. We believe we've identified this person. And we've got negotiators on scene attempting contact with him to get him to come out of the house. Questions?
There's a red bandana in the seat. Is this any gang affiliation? Do you know? Did you know who he is?
Hard to know at this point if it is affiliation, if he's got an affiliation with a gang, or if it has any connection with this incident.
This car stolen?
This car is stolen. Officers were able to determine later, after running the license plate, the car was stolen, in fact.
The suspect who's still in the house, describe his injuries, or can you kind of describe what?
Yeah, I don't have information on his specific injuries. The people at the house said he showed up muddy and bloody. And looking at the car crash, one would believe there's probably some injury related to that. And then running from here to residents north of here, it's a pretty rough terrain, so hard to say what he may have hit him.
Was there any struggle between the suspect and the residents of the home?
Our detectives are here interviewing those folks right now to determine what kind of struggle, if any, was happening. That's some information we have. We don't have a complete picture yet of what happened inside that house.
How'd they get out?
How many people were inside?
At least 2 other adults. I'm not sure totally yet. Our information, they came out of the house on their own and came running towards officers.